What's up, on the Stop and Boo fam? Today, we're gonna be reacting to End of Sentence, breaking down the case.
Man, what's up, everybody? That was a strong-ass slap. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for today, we have an update video on Ola Runt, who apparently escaped the feds, was given an extra 18 months in prison.
How the hell do you do that? Boy.
For doing so, but I'll say this. The reason he did it was because they were trying to drill him at the federal release, whatever it's called, that he was at. They were trying to get him while he was still in federal custody. Now, you don't have to crash to get cash. You can download the...
That's some crazy stuff right there, for real.
Dude right here, but I heard he makes YouTube videos and they're kind of good. So we're gonna watch this just for a quick recap on Ola Runt, why he went viral as far as his criminal case, why he went viral again after exposing a rapper that was in the same prison as him that got poked up, and then we're gonna jump into this new evidence. Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. See, that slap wasn't powerful enough. That was weak. 1090 Jake, man, I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on Ola Runt, accusing Florida rapper Glock 9 of going out bad and allegedly snitching.
You ever hear a siren nearby and wish you knew what was happening? I found this seriously useful app called Crime Radar.
Accusing Florida rapper Glock 9 of going out bad and allegedly snitching. September 19th, 2023. Atlanta rapper Ola Runt would take to Twitter with a surprising accusation saying, "Damn Glock 9, you went out bad," followed by 2 rat emojis. This was enough for the fans and bystanders on the internet to take off with rumors and speculation as Orlando rapper Glock 9 was now accused of snitching. This was the same rapper who's been hit with a Florida RICO, tied to a gang war within Orlando, and allegedly shot up his own cousin's house for being in an opposite gang. But the craziest aspect of this new allegation isn't the actual allegation. It's the fact that Ola Runt is calling him out while both rappers are currently in the same federal prison. Ola Runt was arrested back in 2020 within Operation Phoenix, an FBI takedown of 12... Hold on. Y'all see Woody? An FBI takedown of 12 of Atlanta's most violent offenders. He'd be indicted by the feds after being found in possession of an FN-57 pistol loaded with 21 rounds, and after a guilty plea, he'd be sentenced to 57 months in federal prison. So with that right there, right, Ola Runt was caught with a 5.7 as a felon, and he'd end up getting 57 months inside of prison. So let's add that up front.
57 months? Damn. That's crazy.
No, that's just under 5 years in federal prison. But I got some new paperwork that apparently nobody's seen or posted on the internet. I don't know how the fuck I'm the only one that was able to get this, but Ola Runt escaped his halfway house and was sentenced to even more time in prison for doing so, but he literally had a legitimate reason. They were trying to kill him. Now, Ola Runt's lawyer would write to the judge stating, "I write on behalf of my client, Jaree Jalon Jackson, in advance of his January 27, 2026 sentencing on a single count of escape. According to United States Sentencing Commission, the average sentence imposed for escape in this district is 6 months. During that same period, no defendant received a sentence of more than 2 years. The government asked this court to sentence the 29-year-old Mr. Jackson to 27 to 33 months imprisonment. So, they were trying to give him more than 2, less than 3 years. 36 months is a 3-year sentence. That's what I was given. 24 months.
Okay. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Would be 2 years. They're trying to give him something in the middle of that. Mind you, he was only sentenced to 4 years and almost, 5. That's a crazy sentence. Florida, I believe escape is a mandatory minimum 5 years.
Damn.
Off top, just for escaping. It doesn't matter
5 years? God damn, man.
if it's the county jail, it doesn't matter if it's a prison. This was a halfway house, so the situation's a little different, but we'll get into the details. Although his crime was undisputably serious, Mr. Jackson does not deserve an exceptional punishment. A meaningful sentence analysis must balance the gravity of his crime against the unusual adversity he has faced, taking into consideration his impoverished background and struggles with mental illness. It must also account for the very real prospect that, given the opportunity, Mr. Jackson, a sought-after music producer and recording artist, may lift his 2 young children out of the cycle of poverty and criminality into which he was born. On July 31st, 2024, the Bureau of Prisons, BOP, transferred Mr. Jackson from FCI Beckley in West Virginia, this was the prison that him and Glock 9 were at, to Brooklyn House RRC. Now, this is Brooklyn House RRC. It's basically a re-entry home, right? You go in there, you're obviously not locked up in a sense, but you have to ask for permission to leave, timesheet, all that. It's like a step back into getting into society. And it's...
Yeah, okay, we get it.
located right here in the Dumbo neighborhood of Brooklyn, which is a nice neighborhood. I mean, you got the Equinox Gym, which costs like $500.
You look like a pretty nice neighborhood, man.
A month. You got the One Hotel, which is one of my favorite hotels in New York, and literally the Brooklyn Bridge is right here, and then all of a sudden you're in Manhattan. So this is in a very nice neighborhood. Now, he'd be transferred there to complete the 57-month custodial sentence that was projected to expire on April 12th, 2025. But in November of 2024, Ola Runt would walk out of an exit without authorization and was never to be seen again. Now, he would get arrested February 5th, 2024, fleeing from a traffic stop in Tennessee. After a pursuit, Tennessee State Police disabled the vehicle and placed him and his 2 passengers in custody. A search of the vehicle revealed 2 ounces of marijuana, digital scales, and handgun ammunition. Tennessee authorities subsequently charged Mr. Jackson with possessing drugs and drug paraphernalia, evading arrest, and reckless endangerment. So he escaped basically a halfway house in Brooklyn and managed to flee all the way to Tennessee while being wanted by the feds. Ola Runt remained in Coffee County.
Now, that's some crazy stuff right there, man. Dang.
City for 4 months before he was finally transferred to federal authorities on June 4th, 2025. He was housed at MDC, which is in New York, serving the remainder of his sentence. That sentence, which was extended to reflect the loss of good time credit, was set to expire January 31st of this year. Now, the government, in its January 12th submission to the court, incorrectly suggested that Mr. Jackson, aka Ola Runt, left Brooklyn to avoid remand on the basis of a failed drug test. So the government was trying to say he failed a piss test, that's why he ran away. It would also state that Ola Runt did not know of the BOP's decision to remand him at the time of his departure. He only knew that he was placed on restrictions and not permitted to leave. He was, however, increasingly concerned for his safety following an incident that occurred outside the facility several weeks earlier.
Nigga, I would be scared too. Them niggas tried to kill me. They not gonna do nothing to protect me. If they do come and kill me. What the fuck?
During his time at Brooklyn RRC, Mr. Jackson was employed as a music producer at Brooklyn-based recording label Good Talk. Every morning during the work week, a driver met him outside Brooklyn RRC to transport him to the music studio. When you go to a halfway house, one of the things that they do is they make sure you're employed. You start working. He, being a rapper, gets a job at a recording studio in Brooklyn. So every day he signs his sheet, he leaves, he gets picked up, goes to the studio, works as a producer, working on beats, comes back, logs in, goes to sleep, right? Until this happened. Just after 9 a.m. on September 19th, 2024, a white Mazda positioned itself several car lengths behind the silver SUV that was waiting outside Brooklyn to bring Ola Runt to work. When Ola Runt walked out, the Mazda pulled up behind the silver SUV and discharged 4 armed assailants. The assailants proceeded to fire several rounds at Ola Runt and his associates as he fled on foot down the street through a housing development. A nearby security camera provided this image of one of the assailants just moments after the shots were fired. This is one of the men that popped out while Ola Runt is leaving a halfway house to go to work and shot at him. Tried to kill him in front of a federal halfway house. This is some bold shit. Now, although Ola Runt escaped the assailants unharmed, the incident left him with a sense of insecurity and paranoia that ultimately derailed his efforts to make a success at—
Of course. I think that would do. Anybody would be scared. God damn.
the halfway house. In his interview with pretrial services, Ola Runt identified the September 19th incident as the primary reason he chose to leave the facility. I'll say this.
They not gonna do nothing to protect him.
If I get shot at leaving a fucking facility, yeah, I'm 100% escaping that bitch. Because what's going to happen anyways? I'm going to get reprimanded for not going to work. Well, I went to work and they shot at me.
Mm-hmm.
How does this not make sense? Send me somewhere else. What the fuck am I still doing in Brooklyn? Send me to LA or some shit. Send me... Y'all don't got no federal shits in Hawaii? Let me go to Hawaii. Let me chill. I don't think I'm going to get shot at in Hawaii. Let me go over there. Get me the fuck out of Brooklyn. If you're not, I'm going to make sure that my life is safe.
Right.
And I'm going to leave. And that's exactly what he did. He fucking ran and made his way to Tennessee. Now, he was supposed to be basically like out of prison already, right? And instead, he's given an extra year and a half for this escape. The good thing from this, I mean, obviously he's got to do another year and a half, but the good thing is, 1, he's alive. 2, he has no supervised release when that 18 months is up. Meaning, when he leaves, he leaves. There's no halfway house. He's going home. And I'm going to be honest, bro. Like, in my opinion, this is fucked up that he even got this. He took a plea in the situation. They were trying to give him way more time, double the time. But, bro, you got shot at. And I'm surprised no one, I mean, maybe I just missed it. Nobody talked about this, that they tried to fucking assassinate him at a halfway house. And he ends up getting 18 months in prison for the shit. But, hey, I spoke on Ola Runt when I thought he falsely accused Glock 9 of snitching. Come to find out, Glock 9 was cooperating in multiple murders. And Ola Runt's just been holding it down. So shout out to him. I hope he's able to knock these last 18 months off incident-free. Get back home, get back to his family, and get back to his music. But hey, it's 1090 Jake. Let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section. I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking with me. Till next time.
Man, free him. Shout out to him. Glad he's still alive. Let me know what y'all think about this video.